Have you ever looked at an English page and thought, how should I actually study this? This isn't just about moving your eyes over words. It's about the best way to learn through English reading. Hello, welcome back to English Focus Daily. I'm Roxy, and on this YouTube channel, I speak slowly and clearly. Today, I'm going to explain a 4-step technique to improve your reading. And then, we'll practice it together with a sample text. Reading is one of the best ways to improve your English fluency because it helps you learn vocabulary and grammar in a real context. Unlike speaking with a partner, you have full control over your speed. You can read slowly when the text is difficult or reread sentences until you understand them completely. Experts like Steve Kaufman believe that the more you read, the better, because your brain can learn more quickly. By reading aloud or using audiobooks, you can also practice your speaking and listening skills at the same time. Reading gives you the best input you need to build better output in writing and speaking. Types of reading: extensive and intensive reading. First, let's understand that there are 2 ways to study. Extensive reading: reading for fun and getting knowledge. The first is extensive reading. This is useful when you already have a good understanding of the language. You read a book, a story, or an article for enjoyment and to gain knowledge. You don't need to worry about every new word or difficult idiom. You simply read and understand it as you do in your native language, enjoy it, and focus only on the general meaning of the text. Intensive reading, reading to learn. However, if you are still learning English at a beginner or intermediate level, you should use a different way. It's intensive reading. You must focus on learning new words and how sentences are built. This is the best way to improve your reading skills, and today, we are learning how to do it. Step 1. Skimming the quick look. Okay, let's start with step 1. Skimming. First, you should read quickly to understand what the text is about. Later, we'll talk about what you should read and how you should choose it. So, before you do anything else, read the text very quickly. Do not check your dictionary. Your goal is just to find the general idea. At the end of the quick reading, ask yourself, what is this about? What is the topic of the text? Spend just 3 to 5 minutes here. In standard English textbooks, the first sentence of a paragraph often tells you the topic, and the last sentence gives you the conclusion. So, if you are a beginner or intermediate learner, you must use your textbooks or graded readers for this practice. Step 2. Careful reading. Now, step 2. Careful reading. Read it again, but slowly this time. When you see a new word, don't run to your dictionary immediately. Take a few seconds and try to guess the meaning from the sentences around it. So, if you can guess the meaning of that word, it's perfect. If you can't understand, don't worry, you must underline words that are important and repeated many times. If a word appears 5 times and you don't know it, you need it. But if you can still understand the sentence without that word, just put a small mark under it to check later, then move on. At the end of the text, check the meanings of those words in a dictionary, online or physical. First, repeat the sentence from the text a few times or write it in your notebook. Then, use a dictionary to find its meaning and check its part of speech. A part of speech is just a category for a word. It tells you how to use that word in a sentence. There are 8 main types, like nouns, people or things, verbs, actions, adjectives, descriptions, and adverbs. Remember, the same word can change its category depending on the sentence. For example, in I go to the park, the word park is a noun. But in I park my car in front of my house, park is a verb. This is why checking the sentence is very important. When you find a new word, ask yourself these questions. If it's a verb, what are its past forms, like park, parked, or go, went? If it's a noun, is it countable or uncountable? What is the plural form? If it's an adjective or an adverb, how does it describe a thing or an action? After you understand the word and its category, it is time to create your own examples. You should write your own sentences every time you review a word. This helps your brain remember the word forever. Steve Kaufman, the famous polyglot, says checking the dictionary too much breaks your flow. We want the meaning to enter your brain directly, not through translation. If the text is very hard to read, try sentence mode. Focus on one sentence, understand it 100%, and then move to the next. This keeps you from feeling confused. So the second step is simple. Read carefully, underline the important new words, and check a dictionary for their meanings. This step just takes a little more time. Step 3. Read aloud, the muscle builder. Now we get to step 3. Read aloud. Now that you understand the text, read it aloud. If you can, listen to the audio at the same time. Combining reading with listening is one of the most powerful tools for learning English. Have you heard of shadowing? It's when you repeat the words at the same time as the speaker. If you have the audio file, you can use the shadowing technique while you follow the text. If they talk too fast, try echoing. Imagine you are in the mountains. Listen to a sentence, pause, and then repeat it like an echo. Still too difficult? Do not be discouraged. You can listen to one sentence or one chunk at a time, pause, and then repeat it by imitating the speaker's tone while following the text with your eyes. Why do we do this? Because this builds muscle memory. Your face and tongue need to learn how to move to make English sounds. This step directly improves your pronunciation and fluency. Step 4. The review. Finally, step 4. Short review. Close your book. Right now, try to summarize what you read out loud. You don't need a long speech, even 1 or 2 sentences is enough. If it's a story, try to retell the main events to yourself. What should I read, and how should I choose it? The golden rule is very simple. Pick topics that you love. In your real life, what do you enjoy? If you like gardening or cooking, you should find books about those things. When you have background knowledge, it means you already know a lot about a topic. It is much easier for your brain to learn the English words for it. Graded readers and short stories. If you are a beginner, graded readers are the perfect choice. These are special books written for different levels, from starter to advanced, so they are not too difficult for you. The native language trick. Do you want to read a real novel? Try to read the English version of a book you have already read in your own language. This is a great trick because you already know the plot. This way, you don't get lost in the story and can focus only on the new English words. Easy news and online blogs. For quick daily practice, visit websites like BBC Learning English, News in Levels, or VOA. They have simple articles that are easy to understand. Articles about your hobbies and interests. Are you interested in cooking, technology, or psychology? Read about those specific subjects. When you read about something familiar, you will understand the text much faster and better. How hard should your reading be? Now you may ask, what text is the right choice to practice reading? The secret is balance. Steve Kaufman says you need to mix hard texts with new words and easy texts that make you feel fast and fluent. When you find the perfect level, you enter a flow state. This is the best text. Not so hard that it makes you give up, not too easy to make you bored and learn nothing. It is just right. The 15% rule. You should choose a text with only 15% new words. This is the best rule for beginner and intermediate level learners. Why? Because this helps you learn and improve your English while you enjoy the story. Think about it. If you read a difficult physics book but you don't know physics, you can't learn anything. Your brain just stops. Ideally, you should already understand 80% to 90% of the words on the page. In the world of language learning, we call this input plus 1. It means the material is just one small step above your current level. Simple and helpful, right? Is the book too hard? How do you know if a book is right for you? There is a very famous and easy trick called the 5-finger rule. It's perfect for finding a text that matches your level. It is the best way for learners at A2, B1, or B2 levels to find the right book. Here is how it works. Pick one page and start reading. Every time you see a word you don't know and can't guess, put up one finger. But be careful. Only count words that stop you from understanding the sentence. If you can still understand the idea, don't count it. 5 fingers or more. The book is too hard for now. 4 fingers. It's difficult, but you can try. 2, 3 fingers. This is perfect. Your brain is working, but you still enjoy the story. 0, 1 fingers. The book is too easy. The best choice is 2 or 3 fingers. At this level, you can naturally learn new words without feeling tired. It's the smartest way to grow. How to keep new words in your memory. So, you are reading a lot, but how do you practice to remember the new words? Reading alone isn't enough. You need to practice. To help your brain remember, you should use a notebook or a simple app on your phone. Here is a great tip. Don't learn words alone. Instead, learn chunks. It means you should learn them in small groups of words that naturally go together. For example, don't just write down the word decision. Instead, write make a decision. This helps you understand how to use the word correctly when you speak. You can also use apps like Anki. These apps use a smart system called spaced repetition, SRS. Think of it as a way to trick your brain. It moves information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. How does it work? It's simple. You review a word today, then tomorrow, then in 4 days, and so on. If you do this, you will remember the word much longer. Don't worry, I will talk more about SRS in my future videos. How long should you read every day? Now, how many minutes should you read daily? Well, it really depends on your free time. Of course, the more you read, the better, but remember, quality is more important than quantity. The real secret is being consistent. This means reading every single day, even if it's only for a few minutes. If you are not too busy, try to read for 20 to 30 minutes. You can pick a short story or just 3 to 5 pages of a graded reader. Here is another cool tip. Reread an old book. If you finished a book last year, read it again now. Remember, doing a little bit every day is the key to success. Reading just 1 page every day for a month is much better than reading 50 pages in only 1 day. So, keep it small, keep it daily, and you will see amazing results. Did you see? That is the practical method. It's step by step and it works. Are you ready to try it with an English paragraph as a sample? Let's start. So step 1, skim. Read the text quickly. Ask yourself, what is this about? What is the topic of the text? Pause and answer. Good job, very good. Now, step 2, careful reading. Read it again, but slowly this time. You must underline words that are important and repeated many times. Learning a new skill, like playing the guitar or cooking, needs a lot of patience and daily practice. At first, you make many mistakes, but you should not get discouraged. If you practice for just 15 minutes every day, you will soon see a big improvement in your English. Now, pause and check their meanings in a dictionary, online or physical. Check its part of speech. Let's look at the dictionary for these 3 words. Patience, it's a noun. Patience is generally an uncountable noun. It means you can wait a long time and stay relaxed without being angry or sad. Example, learning English takes a lot of patience. Get discouraged. It's a verb phrase. The past form of the get is got. It means to lose your hope or confidence. When something is difficult, you might feel like stopping. Example, don't get discouraged if you don't understand everything today. Improvement, it's a noun. It means the process of getting better at something. It comes from the verb improve. Example, I can see a big improvement in your speaking skills. Well done, great. Now, step 3, read aloud. You understand the text, read it out loud. You should practice shadowing or echoing with me. If it's easy for you, repeat with me. If it's hard, please pause, repeat after me. Let's start. Learning a new skill, like playing the guitar or cooking, needs a lot of patience and daily practice. At first, you make many mistakes, but you should not get discouraged. If you practice for just 15 minutes every day, you will soon see a big improvement in your English. Finally, step 4, short review. Try to summarize what you read out loud without looking at the text. Please pause and summarize. It's perfect. You did it. Thanks for joining me in English Focus Daily. In every episode, I'm here to help you move one step closer to fluency. To join our journey and grow together, make sure to subscribe to English Focus Daily and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. I'm Roxy, and if you want to learn more, please click on the video on the screen right now. Something new and exciting is waiting for you. See you in the next one.